Hi guys, this is Brad Lincoln from Pathway to Oz, and today I'm going to go through another frequently asked questions about one of our popular courses, and that is going to be plastering. Plastering is a really good course for international students to undertake in Australia. It's generally at the lower end of the cost spectrum and is pretty low intensity as well. You're generally only going to be at school 2 to 3 days a week, which allows you to then work in the industry while doing your study and picking up a really handy trade. What is it that a plasterer does? Okay, a plasterer is there on the job site pretty much from start to finish. They're there for installing all the wall paneling and panels of fibrous plaster onto the walls, partitionings of buildings and external facades. They are also there at the finishing side of a project. So doing all your cornice work, your ceiling lining, and preparing all the surfaces ready for someone to come in and slap a coat of paint on. Where can I study to be a plasterer in Australia? Okay, plastering is offered at some really cool locations, guys. You can study plastering currently on the Gold Coast, Melbourne, and Perth. How much is the plastering course? Well, at the moment, the plastering course starts from around $8,000 a year. And of course, as always, this is on a payment plan, so don't think you have to have all that money up front before you start your program. How much does a plasterer get paid in Australia? Plastering is actually a really well-paid trade. It is hard work, there's no getting around that, but you are rewarded for the hard work that you put in. On average, plasterers are paid around $1,600 Australian per week. Are plasterers in high demand in Australia? Yes, 100%. Plasterers are in really high demand in Australia. They are required on just about every single building site, every single house site, renovations. There's no shortage of work for plasterers whatsoever. The trade has grown very strongly over the last 5 years and is expected to keep growing over the next 5 to 10 years. Will this qualification be recognised in my home country? So generally speaking, guys, Australian qualifications, especially within the trade sector, are held in very high regard all over the world. So you shouldn't have too much trouble using this skill or this qualification back in your home country. However, it is always recommended to speak to your local building authority or licensing authority to see what is required to work in that sector, but I'm sure you won't have too much trouble. How long does it take to become a plasterer? The plastering program currently runs for 2 years, which of course is exactly what you need to sort of meet those requirements for future visas. And what qualification do you need to become a plasterer? So the most popular way to do it is just the stock standard Cert 3 in solid plastering. However, some schools only have that course registered for 1 year, so it may then be packaged with a Cert 4 of building and construction just to flesh it out to that 2-year period. So guys, as always, if you have any questions about the plastering program or any other trades offered to international students in Australia, please never hesitate to contact the team at Pathway to Oz via phone, email, website, or Facebook. Thanks.